Hey y'all, welcome back to the Still Saying I Do podcast. I'm your co-host Lina.
And I'm Brandon.
Hey B, how are you doing?
You know, I'm doing good. It's really recording these and like doing the podcasts. I'm fine. I think it's fun.
You were real nervous about it.
Okay? Yes, yeah. I might have been nervous at first, but once you really get into it and we just start going with it, it's honestly not that bad. I'm actually enjoying myself heavily when we talk about this.
Well, good. I'm excited. All right. So today we're going to talk about hobbies. I think hobbies can be a great thing, but it can also be, if we're playing devil's advocate, it can also be a bad thing for a relationship.
Well, yeah, but like for me, like I love my hobbies.
We all know.
I mean, yeah, look around us. Like, honey, look, I have right here in this room alone, not including my bag I have in the car, at least I think 3 to 4 pairs of dice within eyesight right now.
Why don't we expand on that and tell people what your hobbies are?
Yeah, that's right. So my hobbies, if you haven't been able to guess about dice, is not gambling. That's not correct. It is actually Dungeons and Dragons. Yep. Hey, what's that look for? What's that for? Listen, I love it. I love doing all my little voices. I love coming up with character ideas, and that's right. If I want to roll my little math rocks and do a little addition, then yes, I will be rolling my math rocks.
Listen, when I learned this about him, I was very caught off guard, to say the least.
Good.
Never thought I would marry someone who plays Dungeons and Dragons, to be honest.
No. Why is that?
I think there's a big stereotype with people who play Dungeons and Dragons. I hate to say it, but the stereotype is very weird, very nerdy, kind of, you're a little out there.
Just because the stereotypes are sometimes
But I'm not saying that
true, like I could say from my play group and the people I've met. Yes, it is pretty true, but hey, that's half the fun of it. And like take like from an average table like mine, you have everyone's like a little bit different. But we all have fun with it. Then you go to the professionals out there to shout out to them, the guys at Critical Role and Legends of Adventurous. Though that's
not sponsored, by the way.
Not sponsored, but hey, you never know. Pretty cool people. Anyway, but yeah, like I just love it. Like it's just like,
I know you know.
Like when I talked about our the first episode, not really episode, but who we were. I talked about how I was a theater kid.
Yeah.
Right there alone. That should have
been my cue.
That was it. Like,
how dare I not realize that?
Like I did theater before I did Dungeons and Dragons, and really it was a slight step to the left just to get into Dungeons and Dragons at that point.
I think we can talk about personalities with this too, because like you are the more creative. No, I wouldn't say you're the most. You're more creative, and you're creative in a different sense than like I've seen myself creative. But what I mean is like, you know how to have fun, and you can really lay back and kind of just go with the flow, while I am a little more serious. And I like doing things that are real life.
Yeah, like think of it like, I don't know about real life in that regard. I think more of like, think of it from a more 2 different artistic standpoints.
Yeah, that's a good
like
way.
You're very good with an eye for actual art. Of like creating, because you are being a graphic designer.
Thanks.
And I've seen some of your work, and let me tell you, I'm very proud.
You're not just saying that because you're my husband?
No, like, let's talk about that. No, one second. You're the one that successfully got a mentorship with, what's his name? Justin Lowe?
Justin Lowe. He's great. No, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I want to expand on what you're saying.
Okay.
No, I mean, there were a lot of times growing up that I thought I knew what I was talking about, but I was always told I didn't know what I was talking about, which we'll get into, but whole other story, guys. But no, so I mean, yeah, I've come to have that design eye, and I love it. I love the design on the computer, the design, on a billboard, etc., and it's pretty great to come up with. But creative, he knows how to do voices and have fun with that. And so, I mean, in a way we connect on that sense, but I mean, no, to me, it's just so weird.
I know.
To me, it's just so weird. But not in a bad way. Like, you have your hobby, and I love that you have your hobby.
Listen, being weird is half the fun in Dungeons and Dragons.
That's fair.
And that's not even my only hobby. Like, I used to play a lot of Magic the Gathering. Some of you guys might have heard of it.
Let me tell you, people are listening and they already know that before you even said it.
They probably could have assumed that I was going to say that. Like, that was so, it's like, yeah, like, of course he plays Magic. Like, how could he not? And then, like, of course, what do you think the third one is?
Me?
Yeah.
Are you talking about me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. Well, I can't hear them respond. Of course it's you. Oh, I'm going to talk to Arlo down there, the dog.
Oh, yes. We have a third co-host today. It's our golden retriever, 3-year-old dog. He doesn't like to be alone, so he is with us today.
He's chilling.
So, Arlo, make sure you say hi. Ruff, ruff.
Yeah, what do you think?
What's
my third hobby? Like, I'm standing right next to it.
Oh, video games.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about that actually because that was also a thing. I always said I wouldn't marry someone who played video games. And it's not because I thought that, but it was what I was told is like people who play video games are going to cheat on you and they're going to do these things. But I got to tell you, it's kind of nice to be with someone who has these kind of hobbies because they don't got time to go to a bar and cheat on you. Like,
I mean,
they just don't got time to like go and like step out on your marriage or anything like that. So in a way, it's kind of a blessing.
Yeah, like I could just sit here. You could go to work one day, me sitting in front of the computer, and by the time you come home, I'm gonna be right where you left me normally.
Now, guys, I'm not saying all the time it's great, but and he's definitely gotten better with the time consuming stuff. But no, video games, yes, you are into that. And honestly, I mean, if you see how dedicated he is to his hobbies, I mean, he does the same in our marriage. So I really appreciate that.
When I hyper focus on something, like it's not getting away from me.
We're going to talk about that later.
Yeah, we're going to save that one. That's a big one.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that too.
Yeah. What else? I think my Dungeons and Dragons has kind of one of the more least impacts on our relationship, do you think?
Yes and no. I think least impact in the sense of like, you know, he has his hobby. It's great. Like I find it weird and nerdy, but I still love him and whoever else loves the game. I'm not saying you're weird and nerdy, but it's.
Listen, guys and gals, rise up. Don't let them tell you. Be weird. Get your friends. Be weird. Roll the math rocks. Get the 20s. Love the ones when they come up.
Honestly, though, like, I think it's just that stereotype, but when you meet other people who have spouses that do D&D too, you don't feel so alone and you understand, this is...
When you run into another Dungeons and Dragons person in the wild, you got hours of talking of past adventures, everything.
I thought it was really funny because my therapist actually, I met her husband once, and her husband, you know, kind gentleman, brought her a coffee. It was really cute, and I was waiting for her to get out of her session or whatever, and he was in the hallway like talking to himself at the time. And I was like, is this man British? And I assumed it was her husband, but I wasn't sure. And so I asked her about it when he left, and she's like, oh no, he's just practicing for Dungeons and Dragons. And I'm like, I love the fact that my husband's not the only one that does it. So I like that. Yeah.
And the best part about that is I know exactly what he was doing when he was going with the British accent. Because for some reason in Dungeons and Dragons, people love to use the British accent for like bandits or people. For some reason, it's that trope of like where you go and watch a movie and there's like a medieval movie and they have like the peasants and all that. They always have like some type of like British accent.
Yeah.
So people will just use British for like knights and like all this other stuff.
Well, he did it really good to the point where I actually thought he was British.
Well, good on him. He's doing something right.
I was like, I thought this man was like British or something. I was like, or Irish. It could have been Irish too. I can't remember. It was so long ago. But
I use Irish for when I do dwarf voices or let's see here. What are some of my voices I used to do? I love doing the noble accent, where I like to stick my nose up and talk down to you.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. Okay, so guys, this is a far-fetched and a future thing, but I would definitely love to get opinions and see if anybody would like a D&D and magic talk, conversation. B has a whole bunch of friends that would probably love to be on this and answer questions with him.
Oh, yeah.
And just be nerdy together. So we will definitely be looking into that. I think it's a great idea.
I know. I just want to talk about Dungeons and Dragons. Let's be real. I can't shut up about it when you're not.
He doesn't shut up about Dungeons and listen. He can be more quiet about his video games than Dungeons and Dragons. Like I sit in the car and I'm like,
new character idea. Listen, honey, since you're a captive audience at that point, you literally cannot go anywhere.
I can't go anywhere. But I mean, it's all about being present and like, yes, you don't gotta understand it because trust me, I don't understand it. But it's all about listening and just being there so they can talk about it. So
yeah,
do you agree with that? Or?
Yeah, it talking about it and just listening to the other person's hobbies is very important. Because if I talk to you about something and you have no care and just walk away, it sucks.
But I think I have care in it.
You do. Like I know you don't understand.
No idea. Yeah.
It's like at least I'm throwing something and it's sticking. Yeah. Like you understand. It's not like I'm throwing a ball to you and you just walk away from it. You're actually catching it. You might not be able to throw it back that well, but hey, it is what it is.
Well, I also think too, like B's been trying to get me to do D&D and I won't do it. It's like the one refusal I have in our marriage is like
I'm working on it. One day.
This is not my thing, and I think I've made that very clear to him. And I love him for it. Like it's great. It makes him who he is, and like it makes him happy, and that's all I want. So good on you. Like keep doing it, but also like no, it's just not for me. And I think that's okay. You know, it's about finding hobbies we also can do together. And I think actually this podcast was kind of part of that, is we wanted to do something together and have fun with it. I mean, there's going to be serious things, but it's something we can do together.
Yeah. And it's just like, it's just fun to talk about. Just talking about like what we do.
Yeah.
And what about you? What are some of your hobbies actually?
Okay. So if anyone knows me well, I am an avid reader. Shout out to Lori Gilmore right now, the Pumpkin Spice Cafe books.
Oh my God.
I'm obsessed. Some of the best steamy.
Let's talk about that.
Some of the best steamy scenes you'll find in books, and to be honest with you, you would not expect it. This is like a Gilmore Girls Hallmark scenes, and you would not expect that. But damn, it's good.
You have any idea what that when you told me that those had like they were steamy books? Let me see. The cover of it has like a little Christmastown cottage, like pumpkin spice. I'm like, what is she reading? Like, and then you told me you're on a steamy part, and I'm like, listen, there's a very specific word I'm looking for, and if it says this word at any point, we're gonna have to have a talk about you reading this in public.
Listen, I got no shame of what I read in public. Like, it's a book, and it's meant to be read out loud, and it's.
I don't know if you understand. I used to have to deal with people reading. What was that book?
50 Shades of Grey.
50 Shades. That was the one where you saw all these people.
I got opinions on that specific book.
Not to, first before we go into that. Like that was a disrespect to that community that would happen in that book.
Yeah. So we have opinions. That's something we'll do too. I think is talk about like if we read a book or we watch a show and we want to talk about characters' relationships and that kind of thing. I think you'd be up for that.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. So, but no, I'm an avid reader, obsessed with books. And I mean, you know, my therapist is always saying like you could have a worse addiction. So, enjoy your books. Yeah. I have a lot of books, not as much as I did as a kid. I'll be honest. Yeah. It is the one thing that I constantly did. But no, we need to get me a bookcase. Now I'm at the point where the addiction is high.
Yeah, like what you have.
I already have a bookcase, but it's not as big as it could be.
It could be much
So
bigger,
anyway, sorry, kind of went on a rant about my books. Love my books.
Of course. That's what you love. Enjoy it.
Another hobby, my husband doesn't find it a hobby as much as of a chore, but I am into exercising.
Oh, okay, that is a hobby.
Yeah, but you would find it a chore. Let's be real here. And don't say otherwise because I've heard it.
I don't know what you're talking about. Like, It's a great thing. It's something that is a necessity. That's true.
I'm getting him into it. You know, I keep
rough.
telling him like I want like a run buddy or I want like a gym buddy. So I'm, you know, hoping as we get
This
close.
is my call to help everyone. Like, listen, like running, we've evolved past that for some of us. Thank you.
But I think too, like sometimes like my exercise hobby came in from medical issues and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think too, like, I don't know. I think when I feel good, I consider it a hobby and consider it just something I like to do, which I think is fine.
Yeah, like
what else? Oh, I am really into TV now. And am very embarrassed to say how much I would rather be on the couch watching a show than like working out or something, because I travel a lot for school, so I don't have the time to just sit and watch things.
Yeah, you're constantly going.
But
Go, Lina.
But if I can just thanks, I appreciate it, good and bad. But if I can obsess over a show for a little bit, I would. Some shows I'm interested in are Pretty Little Liars. By the way, Emily and Allison are Endgame for any PLL fans.
Yeah.
Obsessed with them. I am into 911. A lot of hero shows. And
The Fast Talkers of Gilmore Girls.
Found out one of them doesn't drink coffee in the show. They drink soda because they actually don't like coffee, which is pretty interesting.
And I know that is the one show I have actually watched with you. I think I've watched it all the way to fruition once.
You have not finished it with me.
I thought for sure, before.
So I'm obsessed with getting him to watch things that he would particularly not watch. On the other hand, I don't really watch his stuff. You forgot a hobby you like to do, actually.
Which one?
I don't watch him with you.
No. Anime?
He's also an anime person.
Could absolutely,
you probably could have guessed that all on your own.
I listed off 3 things, and every one of those has something to do with anime probably at one point or another.
But there is one anime I did like. What was that?
Oh, that's right. I introduced you to My Neighbor Totoro, a Hayao Miyazaki film.
That one was good. I like that one. So, I mean, maybe when I have a break and I don't feel so stressed out with life, maybe we can give it another go.
That was one of the best things I think I've heard all day. Like, I have been trying to figure out what to have you watch and enjoy, and I'm like, it's tough. Because I don't want to scare her away with some of the more darker ones. I don't want to... I want her to enjoy it.
I'm interested in, because I don't like anime. I do like more real life situation shows. Is that fair to say? So
you would like slice of life anime?
Maybe.
That's where it's more lighthearted, or it could be serious, but it's more like, think of it like think of it slice of life. It's a part of life, and they're going through I don't want to say supernatural stuff all the time, but more of like their day-to-day interactions with people.
Okay. We're going to have to get back to you guys on that in a couple months, within, the next 2 or 3 months, when life kind of settles down a little bit for us.
Oh, yeah.
Which we'll get into with you guys, and that'll be a big topic as well. Another hobby. As we mentioned, we have a third co-host today, and I am obsessed with my golden retriever. I will spell it out for you. I will WALK him as much as possible. I can't say the word fully because he's too smart and he knows exactly what I'm saying, and he'll lose his mind. So we're not going to do that.
Yeah, you can't even let him see your lips mouth that.
Why do you think I turned my chair a bit when I did that?
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Stop staring at me.
And
I know
now,
what you're thinking, buddy.
Newest hobby has been getting ready for this podcast. As I said, it's something fun we wanted to do together, and as you can tell, our hobbies are a little different and pretty opposite, I think, compared.
You know what the funny thing is? I've heard people talk about how, like, if the video game guy needs to be with the book girl, or the opposite, because it's one of those things where you both go on your opposite things. You're doing 2 hobbies at once, and for some, it just works.
It just works.
Yeah, 2 different mediums, but you get your isolation time from each other, and you just enjoy what you're doing. Yeah. Not together. What's the word? Not together, but within vicinity of each other.
I really kind of like that we have such different hobbies, but also in the sense we don't, because in many ways they're both different art forms. books are an art form, video games are an art form, D&D is an art form, things like that. Shows are an art form, films are an art form. So I think that's really cool too, because like I'm going into the creative field. So I mean, that kind of lines up pretty well.
Felt like inevitable, really.
Yeah, inevitable. But yeah, so those are some of our hobbies. If you ever have any suggestions of books or any suggestions for game characters for
send me those.
For B,
Listen, I need them.
He's very passionate about that, so send them your way. Send them our way. Sorry.
Yeah, tell me your story. Send me if you want to talk about, you want to brag about what your character did, I would love to hear it because I got a few I want to brag about.
So if you want to send those at Still saying I do 35@gmail.com. Remember, no caps. We would love to hear those stories. We would love to hear your suggestions.
Don't forget our Instagram.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. That's right.
Still saying I do.
Still saying I do _ in between each word and no caps. And you can private message us, or we'll be posting social media content. So hopefully you can comment on those as well. So As I said, just make sure you send those at stillsayingido 35@gmail.com or stillsayingido _ each word. No caps.
Here's the thing. We should really talk about how we shouldn't, like, for us, when we chose to be together, we didn't focus each other about what our hobbies are. Listen, we didn't use it.
I said this in the beginning of the podcast, and I'll tell you again. I was told not to trust you. I was told not to date you because you played video games. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time in our relationship, D&D was not a thing yet. I had no idea.
I didn't bring it up.
I had no idea about D&D. I had no idea about Magic even. Not yet. I only knew about the video games, and at the time you were playing World of Warcraft.
Yeah, that was time consuming. That was like a second job, I felt like.
Yeah, he was hyper obsessed with it, which we'll talk about the hyper obsessiveness of the game.
Some of you probably already guessed it on what it is, but we'll go into that more in a different episode.
But how can it impact relationships? You want to start off?
So basically, I think for my video games, it can negatively affect her. I've noticed it. Like, it can happen. Like, all of a sudden I just get sucked in for hours on end, not focusing on you, and then I come out there and I feel like I've left you at some point. Like I got sucked in too much and it hurt you. And it sucks.
I think too, and I think we're still learning, right? I think we'll always be learning on how to go about those hobbies and how to enjoy them, but I think it's the balance of it all. Mm-hmm. But I think too, like, there's a lot of neglect aspect on my end.
From where you come from.
From where I come from. So, I always feel selfish having to be like, can you get off your game and help me with the dishes? And it's not because he won't help me. It's just because he's so hyper obsessed. Yeah. Sometimes you feel less important, even though, like, realistically, you're not.
Yeah, and that's because also, like, your love language, one of them is spending quality time. And so,
I think that's a topic we should get into at one point on this podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. The love languages are so important. And it's just like, I get sucked in. I don't mean to ignore you.
Well, I appreciate that.
I know. I love you, honey. Like, I'm going to tell you that.
Like,
I
appreciate that.
I wouldn't be doing this with you if it didn't. Like, I wouldn't be here. Like, what would be the point? But, what I think the main thing is learning to understand some of our hobbies in a limited amount at time. Like, for you, it's easier because yours are like exercising and reading, and it's just like your stuff can be controlled so easily.
It's scheduled, yeah.
Yeah, it's scheduled. And for me, the video games, it's a constant. There it is, like, and it's not like you can just get on and play for 5 minutes and whatever. No, it's straight up like. For me specifically, I get sucked in and I'm in it for hours if I can. And I think it's also important that we don't have the same hobbies because think of it.
Like, life would get boring if we had the same hobbies.
I think it'd be like, I know we'd have some events to share and like, yes, it'd be fun. But think of it. What if something happened where you had something bad happen during a hobby? you start equating stuff to the relationship with a
Comparing.
hobby. Like I've heard stories. My buddy Nick, who he's in his D&D group, he has one of the people cheated actually.
Oh wow.
Yeah, with someone else in the group.
Oh.
No, sorry, their girlfriend was in the group and they cheated with another person who was in the group. It's drama, let me tell you. And it broke up the entire D&D group, and now that hobby is tainted for them. It ruined it.
Yeah.
Like
it's awkward.
It's awkward. That's awkward. Sharing that, and like, not to say like it wouldn't happen anyway, but it just for that things can get ruined.
Yeah, I agree. I think another thing that I want to know on that stuff is that having different hobbies means you spend time alone. You spend not alone, but you spend time away from each other.
Yes, having the Brandon time.
Or the Lina time.
Yeah, very important.
It's really funny, though. I think wives and husbands, let's be real here, wives, and not even just wives, girlfriends, we want to do everything with our partner all the time, 24/7 of the day.
Yeah, that's a funny trope right there.
I've noticed men like to have their personal space. Don't get me wrong, I like to have my personal space, but not away from my husband.
I want my personal time, but I need to be in the same room.
I think this goes for most women. Is like most women just. I think that's who we are. We're clingy people in general.
Listen. There are definitely guys out there that are clingy. Yeah. Like it's the stage 5 clingers. Like it happens.
Yeah, but I think too, like the whole spending time alone, and spending time on our own and doing our own things is I had to get used to. So B goes to a D&D group on Fridays. And he was going to a group on Thursdays of Magic. That kind of swapped. You let go of Magic for a minute and you did D&D.
Because like I let go of Magic mostly. It's like every now and again I'll play it, but with friends, and I got out of it. I did that because I wanted to do right by us. Because I'm going to be honest, it was an addiction. And it hurt because they call it cardboard crack for a reason.
Listen. People who do, harder addictions and more scarier addictions like your drugs, your alcohol, let me tell you, just because this man didn't do those things and he did a addiction with these cards, it doesn't make, each addiction worse or better than another, because it can, let me tell you, like it can ruin a person and it can ruin a family. I mean, I've seen the cards you've shown me. They can go from anywhere from $5 to $5,000.
Well, yeah, like I think one of them sold for like Post Malone bought the One Ring card and it was like, I think it was like $1 million, $2 million, something like that.
I mean, good on you if you have that kind of money and you can just like throw it away. But I consider that throwing it away, especially when you want a family and you want a home and things like that. So,
and I'll be honest, I was investing too much money into it. Well, that's nothing against people who want to, if they have the disposable income and that's what they want to do with it. It was like, I felt like a need to keep up with the other people around me playing it. So I needed to invest money. And but the worst part was, when looking back on it, I wasn't even playing like trying to go for like some huge tournaments or stuff. I was spending like, I had a deck of cards worth like $5,000 at one point.
That's a lot of money, lady. It's half of a down payment on a home.
About quarter.
Let's say quarter, yeah.
Quarter on an okay home.
But still enough where you're like having to sit back and be like, should I be doing this?
Yeah, what am I doing?
I feel like everybody who has an addiction hits rock bottom at one point, and I think you hit your rock bottom. I think you hit your rock bottom.
I think I realized I've gotten too deep. I think I
was stressing about it too.
Yeah, I started noticing what it was doing to you, because I was going 2 times a week. I was going out of the house, not near you. And with my work schedule, that's a lot. It felt like we weren't spending the time we needed together, and I personally made a choice of what I wanted to get rid of, a hobby mostly.
So ladies and gentlemen, I think the lesson to take from this is like, listen to your partner, listen to your spouse. I say partner if you're not married. But, take how they feel, take how they feel and account that with what you feel and come up with a solution. I mean, I think the solution for us was you went to D&D instead, which
hyper focus on that instead.
Which is a lot cheaper.
Yeah, it was like what was it, like $5 a week, maybe?
Yeah, $5 a week.
And I only go like 3 times a month.
Sometimes he does, spend money on expensive D&D things, but it's not all the time. And when it does, I know he's going to take care of it as well. So
I like my math rocks. Thank you.
Listen, let's actually talk about something that I really want to talk about with D&D. And I have a bone to pick with the company.
Oh, do you?
I have a bone to pick.
You have something to do with Wizards? What, do you want them to hear
What
something?
was the company we ordered from that took 2+ years to get
I'll have you know, that was a Kickstarter from the guys at Legends of Adventures.
Okay. Legends of Interest?
Adventures.
Avantris?
Yeah, they're one of the people I shouted out.
Hold on. Legends of Avantris. If you ever listen to this, I want you to know I thought you were a scam at first. my mind has changed in the sense that when we got the products that I ordered for Christmas for him because that's what he really wanted. That was his big gift. It was quite expensive. My mind did switch. It was quality stuff, and you seem to have absolutely loved it. So
I love that thing. That book looks amazing.
Listen, as I told you, we'll try to do a segment where he just talks about this crap because I can't.
I could do it all day.
I know you could. But Legends of
Adventures.
I'm sorry that I'm stuttering on that, but it takes time to learn it. But it took like how long? 2 years to get to you?
About 2 years, because it was meant for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And that Christmas came and went. Then the next one came, and it came and went.
Yeah.
And then eventually it showed up about a month ago?
Yeah.
Over a month ago, probably beginning of October.
We were getting to the third Christmas.
We were getting there.
So, I mean, I feel like it was a fair concern of is this actually a scam situation? But no, the products were great.
I love it.
Highly someone who is not a D&D person, but is married to one. I highly recommend it. It was great products. So check them out. Legends of Avantris.
Yeah.
Hey, I got it right.
You did it. Yeah.
Sorry, I needed a high five for that praise. But anyway, so yeah, check them out. They're pretty cool. Anything you'd like to say about them, babe?
Honestly, I remember finding them with their Chuckles content. That was some of the funniest stuff. The shorts, it brought me to it. Mike T made an amazing character, man, if you hear this. And it drew me in, and I just can't stop finding your stuff now.
Not sponsored, but maybe they'll off chance hear about it, and we can work on a deal. Mm-hmm. But anyway, yeah. All right. Something I thought we really wanted to talk about was don't date on hobbies alone.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
And I think we have 2 different focuses on this.
Yeah.
You have your focus, I have my focus. So why don't you lead this one, babe?
Yeah, one of my things was in a past relationship, I focused on this person with where that was my a focus. That was the thing that brought us together mostly was the fact that we enjoyed playing Magic and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you start when you focused on that, and you were like, "This is so cool! I share this with them. I want to experience it with them."
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, okay, you do it, but then you start to realize that's all it is. It's only we enjoy this together, but I don't enjoy any of the other stuff together.
Yeah.
And it went south.
But also don't decline a relationship just because he plays Magic or video games. As I, have repeated twice, repeated again, I was told not to date someone who has video games for their own toxic reasons. But I took that chance. And I mean, I don't know. I think people who do play video games have that dedication that you get to see. So if they're dedicated in that, they're most likely going to be dedicated in things you need in your relationship.
Yeah. And where are they going? They're sitting right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, listen. I think there's a lot of people who worry about, going to the bars and things. And I don't worry about that. I mean, do I get jealous? Of course. But no. I don't worry about in the sense of will he come home to me kind of situation. Mm-hmm. He's got nowhere to go. So his thing's here, and that's pretty cool, other than his once a week Fridays with D&D.
And the best part is the amount of money I saved by not fully investing in Magic anymore is great.
I know, it is crazy. I know you want to get back into it.
I know, yes, but when things are better for us and
priorities are straight,
things are taken care of, maybe then. And it's like,
which I think would be a great segment to talk about. By the way, I just had a thought, so I'm gonna ramble on. Is priorities in relationships, in individual lives, things like that. But keep going. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
yeah, like, because Magic costs so much money. It costs so much money just to keep up with the singles and make stuff. Like, and then so I was like, I cut it out, and I saved probably at least $500 a month.
Yeah. So it's a lot, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that adds up quickly.
I mean, and I want you to think about this. It's also holiday time, so please don't go spend all your money on Magic cards. Is my one suggestion.
And if you do, go to your local game store and support your local business.
Shout out to Andrew Estep, who owns. Is it Estep?
Yeah, it's Estep.
Estep, who owns the game shop in Corning, New York. B's been going there for how long?
Oh my God. How old am I?
You're
31 now?
31 years old.
Yeah, my God. Probably when I was 22. It's about 9 years.
All right. Find a dedicated spot and go. They're more than likely to give you prices that you're not going to find everywhere else. And that's pretty awesome. But yeah, shout out to Andrew Estep. He has the best game shop in the area. So,
damn straight.
Yeah, just pretty much don't decline a relationship because you don't like their hobbies, because you can have separate hobbies and do what we're doing and figure out something you want to do together.
Yeah. So you're reading. Listen.
Oh boy.
Just the other day I bought you a book.
Correct.
And you said you'd get to it.
2 books.
2 books.
You bought me 2
That's right. Yes, right. I bought you 2 books.
Let's give
in
them
your
the
little.
facts.
What was her name? The author.
Shout out to Frida McFadden, one of the best writers I've seen so far. Yeah.
Yeah, I know she does. Yeah, I guess she does pretty well, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I've also noticed on that bookshelf about 30 or 40 other books we have not actually read.
Okay, listen. Avid readers everywhere are going to understand that you have to just keep buying books and you'll get to them, you know? Like it shuffles down the list.
You got to make sure there's enough in the queue for you that you always have something to go for.
Yeah, like, you know, I have a bucket list. Hopefully I get to all of them. But no, I do prioritize certain books over other books. You know, I really like the Percy Jackson series, but really sucky is that one of the books really kind of slowed it down a little bit.
Wasn't it like after the 3rd one?
It was like the 4th book, I think, that did that to me, and it was really heartbreaking and sad to say the least.
And you're still saying you're going to read Harry Potter.
But I still want to read Harry Potter and go back to Percy and give it a chance. But I have so many other books to read first. So, I mean, books can be...
Oh, yeah, you have to get through all of your steamy pumpkin spice bakery or something.
Listen, if an author like Lori Gilmore can put on the cover this scene that you're like, oh my God, this is a Hallmark movie, and then turn it into this hot scene happening.
You made a Hallmark. The books are Hallmark movies, but if they were steamy.
Like, congratulations, you did a fantastic job, and I would 100% love to meet you someday. So yeah, so books are my go-to. I am so sorry. Just a sec while my dog is being a brat.
Are you trying to eat the carpet?
Stop trying to do stuff. That's
now you gotta be cute.
He wants the attention, guys.
Oh, buddies.
People who have met him absolutely adore and love him. And yeah, he looks big and scary, but he's not. But anyway, back to what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Sorry, our third co-host took up our attention.
So when I first saw that book in your hand, I was like, is she reading a children's book?
He's so hell-bent on this damn series of mine.
I know, because you're sitting there, and let's talk about it. You like to read a little bit out loud. It's how you read.
It's how I read. I hate that I read like that, but I think it's something I've always done is read out loud.
Yeah.
And it's just how I process information and go about it.
It's like all of a sudden I walk by and I'm like drinking a cup of coffee and I hear the word thrust.
But that's...
And then like I do a double take. Like,
I didn't realize we were
like
going to tell people what's in that.
Of course. Like, that's
the
word. Like, it's 9 a.m. I'm drinking my coffee and all of a sudden, okay, guess I'm getting a play-by-play of this.
Listen, you're going to tell me that you don't like books like that and you're going to read it and you'll be like, crap, I do like books like that. So, you know, just to say. But, no, reading out loud is something that I find is great because I understand it and, like, I want to obviously understand.
That's how you locks it into your head.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Something
like if
that.
I read something out in my head, and you ask me what the summary is, I'm probably not going to be able to tell you, which really sucks.
Mm-hmm.
So reading out loud is a big deal. But I think, too, it's a really negative impact because I can't go read in, like, a cafe or I can't
That's
go read in,
true.
like, public spaces because
Especially with those
other people
books.
don't. Exactly. Listen, I say
Like,
I'm not
man.
ashamed of reading those kind of series and, like, situations, but at the same time, like, I am.
Could you imagine that? You're just walking one day, like, into the park or some woman.
Or, like,
just,
I'm in my classroom and my professor just walks in and is like,
and they just come in
oh
and you're
my
like,
God.
and he slowly caresses. It's like, what? Excuse me? What did you just say?
So that's the downside of my hobby is that I can't do it in public spaces because of the fact that I read out loud and I get it, nobody really wants to hear that. They have their own stuff going on and, you know, they're trying to hyper focus, so I get it. No big deal.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, my husband, that's part of marrying me.
And the funny thing is, like, with our hobbies and stuff, literally no one in my family ever played D&D
Didn't you try to
before.
get your brother into it?
I think I mentioned it and he made fun of me, which honestly I would have too before I got into D&D. But I know he did play Magic. I know he did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got real into it, and then he just like
you guys played World of Warcraft together for a while.
We did. That was fun.
Does he still play it?
You know, he with Ivy being born, I don't think he has the time for it.
You should ask him.
I
don't know if you should ask him though, because it might make him sad if he doesn't.
Yeah, I don't want to make my brother sad and missing it. It was fun. Like
I know he liked it.
I still remember the time when I was fully in it. I remember our buddies in the guild, and yeah, I know you don't know what I'm talking about right now. Basically, our group of friends that we played with, and it was. I still have a bunch of stories of times.
Wait, hold on, pause.
I am pausing.
You didn't give me credit. A guild is like kind of like a community group.
I think I just said that, but yes,
oh,
it's like a group of people who agree to come together,
like a chat room. Is it like a chat room?
There is a chat. It's more. Think of it as like, how could I put it in a way you would think of? We all agreed to sign up for basically this union of like a group. We are a group like that comes together to do tasks.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was fun. Like,
man, that sounds like a book club just with books.
I was about to say it, but I didn't want to.
I'm not in a book club, which is weird. I'm an avid reader, but I'm not in a book club. My aunt's in a book club, and I think she likes it. I think so. She's an avid reader too. I would have to ask her more if she really likes it, but I think she likes it.
Could you imagine if like the book of the month or whatever was one of your like Hallmark steamy books?
I'm sure they do books like that.
You know, like you come together to discuss your porn book together. You're like, yeah.
Those books are not porn books.
Okay.
Those books are not porn books.
Sorry,
don't go that far.
It's smut, whatever, right? Is that the correct term?
I don't know. You still get that Hallmark, but you get that romantic side. It's I don't know what you would call it. But no, it's really a Hallmark book, I will be honest. It's very Hallmarky. with a sense of sexuality to it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but no, it's I'm kind of shocked I'm not in a book club. And now that I say that, I feel kind of sad about it.
Yeah.
Because, like, I saw my aunt go to her book club meeting, and it kind of made me sad that I wasn't in one. And I guess maybe that's something I should explore doing. This is the problem.
Here it is.
I love talking to strangers in the sense that I love that I probably will never see them again, so I could have a full-on conversation with you. But I think that comes along with where I came from, is the sense that I struggle with communication to others. Eye contact, things like that. So it's definitely something I would try out at one point as a book club. Especially if I'm passionate, I think it's easier to have those relationships. But no, definitely something I think I want to explore in the future. Specifically when I'm done traveling and don't feel dead inside from it.
Listen, and if you don't want to do that, I know my D&D group still has room.
Nice try.
I'm
good.
One of these
if
days.
I ever have to pick you up, I'll be in the parking lot reading.
I know, you were last time.
Yeah, I brought him to D&D group, and we had stuff going on. And so when I came and got him, I was reading my AKA Hallmark / very steamy book. So yeah.
Yeah, just in a parking lot. It's fine. The windows were up, so no one could hear it. So there you go.
But I don't care. I still read with the windows down.
Oh my
God. It's really fun how that
really
works.
Imagine.
Let's see. B mentioned how he doesn't share hobbies with families.
Yeah, that's a thing.
I would love to know, especially as we get along, like people who do share hobbies with their family, and is it more you're sharing it because like you actually like it, or is it because you think you like it?
Or was it just ingrained in
It
you
was
to enjoy
ingrained.
it? And it's just
And then if you
do you
don't enjoy
really?
it, it's like a big deal
Yeah,
situation.
like for me, I have zero zero interest in what my dad enjoys.
Mhm.
Like he is big into sports, fishing, outdoors, cars, vehicles. I don't give any care to any of that.
Yeah.
Like it's just one of those things
Mhm.
where like growing up it was always sports was the family thing. That's what
Yeah.
we were all into. Every one of us played a sport. But me, I did. I played football, lacrosse. I even tried basketball. I know that doesn't make any sense with my height, but we tried. We tried things, and it was one of those things where I did it because it was expected of me,
Yeah.
not because I wanted to.
See, mine, I think expectation was always a thing with me, but I thought I was into business.
Is a what?
Business in
Okay.
general. It wasn't a hobby, but it was forced to become like a hobby and the thing you did. And, I mean, things come and go in my family a lot. You get on one task and then you're like, I don't like it. Let's do something else.
Oh yeah.
So no consistency.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if that's something I liked about your family is like you guys were sports, right? Like that was something you guys really did like together in the sense that you could talk about it but that's something that I don't feel like I experienced.
Yeah.
I only felt like now that I live on my own and I'm a grown big adult.
You're an adult.
What does that mean?
I mean, you act like an adult at least.
Well, thank you.
You're adulting today.
Well,
you did stuff.
Well, thank you. Not always easy. Sometimes you don't want to be an adult, but
Sucks at
have been
times.
for quite some time. But no, I feel like I was forced to like things, and I thought I liked them,
Mm-hmm.
and then I absolutely really realized as an adult I hated them. And so I think the message I want to tell people is like, as you grow, because you're going to grow into different people, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
you're not going to stay the same forever. Try new things. I didn't try D&D, but I've heard enough about it where I'm like, this is not for me.
Yeah, I used to sit there like when I first did D&D. I went to one of the game stores that used to be open in one of the other towns. Was that I remember sitting there at the counter getting stuff ready for Magic, and I look over at these group of people just sitting there playing D&D, and I was like, what the hell are they doing? This is ridiculous. And I go over and I watch, and all of a sudden it's like it just clicks. Like, what if I played this? So I sat down, didn't know how to do the game, didn't know anything about it. They walked me through character creation, and I sat there and I immediately went into a voice for a character.
It's hilarious.
Oh
It's
yeah,
actually funny.
I couldn't believe it.
It's really funny
because I know I'm never gonna do this, and I'm like, all of a sudden they sit me down, you hand me the dice, and I'm doing a voice for a character without any prompt just immediately.
That's cute.
And I got into it, and the rest is history.
See, so take it from B. Try new hobbies, try new things, read spicy books, go into character voices, things like that. But yeah, money and hobbies, be kind of touched on this a little bit with Magic. My hobbies aren't really expensive. Books are expensive. They're like $18 a piece. And they only keep growing.
Magically shows up with 10 new books, and it's like, oh, look, there's like almost 200 right there after tax.
There is actually a guy on social media. I can't tell you his name, and now I got to go look him up, and I feel terrible.
Is he the guy that goes into Barnes?
He goes into Barnes and Noble, and his girlfriend. I don't think they're married, so if they are, I apologize. But she just doesn't understand this, and he does funny skits on like why he bought so many, and I love it. Those are kind of hobbies of mine too, is watching like funny videos about people who buy books.
Yes, doom scrolling. Yes, I understand.
Yeah, zoom scrolling. But no, so money for me, honestly, I think I usually run past you books before I buy them.
Yeah, you don't
normally.
And that's something we should talk about is you don't need to be doing that. You don't need to do that. Honey.
I know, but I do like it because I just think money isn't a secret, and like if we're married and it's both our money. So
and it's just something you're trying to work out of from what happened when you were younger. Like
it's all habits. It's all things you work out of. But no, he doesn't mind if I buy a new book without telling him. But no, I do like to tell him too. I like going to the bookstore with him and like dragging him along where I tell him about each of my books and why I want to buy it or why I don't like it.
Yes.
So I mean, he's just the way I sit in the car and constantly feel like I don't know what in the heck he's actually talking about with this D&D. He does the same thing. He gets back with going to that bookstore with me and just hearing me talk on and on. But no, money and hobbies. I will tell you though, I consider exercise a hobby. Really not anymore. It's become a lifestyle to me.
It's a lifestyle now for you.
But it's still a hobby to me. But I will tell you, it can be expensive for sure. Like you have to. Would you agree?
I think in spurts, but books can last you longer than. Honestly, I remember one day I bought a Magic card, $20 for that card. Realized I didn't need it anymore, and immediately traded it back in for 10.
See, that's like I feel like if it's worth the investment, talk to your partner, talk to your spouse about it. I think like for me, exercise it's become just my lifestyle now. So when I want to invest in something, I usually talk to you about it. But yeah, just talk to your partner about it. Be open and honest, and because when you start to hide that kind of crap, it's a mess. So don't do that.
Yeah, like,
just talk to your partner.
Just talk about it.
But as I said, don't judge them. Don't be mean to them. Just talk to them.
Yeah, that makes everything a lot easier once you honestly understand where they're coming from, and really lock it in that you understand and do your best to. I don't want to say change, but adapt.
Adapt, yeah. You don't have to like all the same things. You don't have to, do all the same things. Find something you like doing together. We're doing the podcast. What have you thought so far of the podcast, babe?
I'm having fun. I
know it's only our first big. Oh yeah, he's adorable. He was misbehaving earlier, but
oh yeah,
I think he's getting sleepy of his third co-host spot. So
oh yeah.
But yeah, no. I actually had a thought, babe.
What?
We should find a drink we both like, and that should be like our traditional.
I wasn't gonna say anything because I am very thirsty, and I realized I don't have a drink in here.
I thought about that, by the way.
You can't give me that.
Shout out to Polar Raspberry Lime.
Don't give me that
delicious. Here. I'm not gonna give him my drink actually, because
Please.
I am selfish in that sense. I like what I like, and you can't just take it from me. And now he's gonna drink old. You know what? Here, take.
Thank you.
He was about to drink old coffee, so I thought
It's only like 4
maybe
hours
I'm not as selfish as I thought. But yeah, no. So pretty much hobbies are a big deal. I would love to get a panel of people on at some point and just talk about hobbies and get to know people because you never know what you'll find. But I had a lot of fun, and I'm excited for our next.
I know. I'm excited for what we're going to talk about next.
Don't get me wrong. This was a pretty easy one, I think, to record in the sense of like it was light and fun, but it will get dark and serious at times too. So, we're excited for you to be along on the ride, and please send in your emails and questions.
We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to
hear from you. Share the podcast with your family. And there's just more to come, and it'll be fun, and we'll get everything up and running for you guys. So, all right. See ya.
See you later, guys.